Oh! The expedition menu expanded. We can now change our card set. We have unlocked the Blood Grove, a living forest. Preys on wounded occupants of adjacent tiles. May spawn something grabful from their remains. Can be placed near a forest adjacent to the road. We don't have the forest unlocked yet, unless the grove counts as a forest. And the Chrono Crystals. Crystals that are able to refract not only the light of the rising sun, but the passage of dawn itself. Doubles the effect of a day's passing on adjacent tiles. That increases the monster spawn rate of some things. I wonder if it also works with meadows. We need to have both rocks and meadows in the deck. We can't go below or above 2 here. Can have 1 to 3 of these cards. And we need to have 7 to 12 cards in the entire deck in total. Beacon is the one I'm currently least impressed with. Maybe Spider Cocoon. Although these are a source of cards and resources. So maybe. Vampire Mansion, not too excited about that either. I'm gonna drop the Vampire Mansion for now. I'm gonna go with these 11 at the moment. Let's see, Chapter 1. Enemies have 0 to 1 abilities. Enemy strength minus 5%, enemy strength growth plus 2% per loop. Max amount of a resource, 10. Class Warrior. A class that doesn't have any particular benefits or disadvantages has the highest durability compared to other classes. 2% damage for each second of the fight. Ah, so our damage scales up over the course of a fight. I didn't know that. It's nice. Let's go out again. And as you can see, the world again reset completely, so we have to build it from scratch again. Let's see if we can maybe reach the boss this time. With the higher campfire healing that might be possible. I just want to pick up the resources immediately. No other particular plan for the placement of these tiles at the moment. Let's once again build the Harpy Mountain. Maybe in the corner. Maybe not in the corner. Maybe I want to leave the outermost part. Maybe I want to leave the outermost border for meadows that benefit from being adjacent to other things. We get a weapon, we get a meadow, and a spider cocoon. Put down the meadow here then. Another grove, another spider cocoon. Let's place the spider cocoon in a place where the spiders can spread out a bit, so they are not all on the same couple of spaces. And we can fight them one after another instead of having to fight all of them at once. Treasury. Like to see that. So if we build the mountain here, then adjacent to the mountain we could build the treasury and more meadows. I'm gonna place that down here. Don't want too many things adjacent to the battlefield, I think. So let's build down in this direction. We should also equip the items we found. There's a chest. Nice, hopefully there's some good loot in there. Do these have any abilities? They don't seem. 20% chance for all enemies that have a soul to be reborn as ghosts after being killed. The red wolf does have a soul, so ghost. Pretty low damage, pretty harmless. Ghost also has a soul. Counter 10%. Let's go with the defense ring for now. Oh, nice rapier. 7 to 11 damage. Counter vampirism. Nice, nice. Oh, you didn't get any notification, Chris? Huh. That's weird. I definitely set them. Glad to see you though. Ooh, that seems like a decent weapon. Even more damage, very high counter chance. It's fun so far. Do like the style of it as well. More rocks. Let's see, we currently have 12 HP per day. What happens if I place a Chrono Crystal here? 15 HP per day, so it does affect the meadows. That is nice. We probably don't want too many forests or anything adjacent to the Chrono Crystals, otherwise that could be quite scary. Let's start building some forests up here. Healing up. Treasure chest, very nice. Let's hope for some good loot. And armor. It's a significant upgrade. Oh, 3 enemies at the same time. Countering seems to reset our... Oh, there's our first blood growth. Its roots devour enemies that have less than 50% HP left. Seems useful, but may spawn something grabful from their remains. Place it down here. Carnivorous roots. Devours creatures that have less than 15% HP left. The hero will become entangled. It doesn't seem like we're entangled just yet. Scimitar. High damage, high attack speed. We'll take that. Let's make sure we plunder the treasury. More HP. Fine. We have another treasury. Attack speed and vampirism, I will take that gladly. Some more health, not a whole lot, but might as well. Although we do need some metal to build the gymnasium. Oh, there is our goblin camp. So delaying these spiders a bit. But we're gonna get a better value of our rocks if we transform them into the mountain instead of the mountains, who are already more valuable. Chrono Crystal is now boosting the spider cocoon, which will place all their spiders on this place. Maybe that wasn't such a smart placement. We do want to fight some spiders though. But the spiders also give pretty bad loot, so maybe they're not even worth. You know what, I want to try making the bloody path again. Oh, we make quite a bit of it now. We have, yeah, 3 blood paths now. We'll see how that's gonna work out for us. Let's just complete the mountain. There we go. Could we annihilate the entire oblivion the entire mountain peak? Maybe. Not, probably not something I want to do, but might be a thing. Oh, back to the treasure chests again. Oh, attack speed, regen per second, evasion. We have a lot of attack speed already, so maybe the vampirism is the better way to go. The shield also boasts higher defense. Let's go with evasion then. I think we want to focus on like one or the other as our defensive mechanic. Just because the evasion really benefits from stacking it. If it's just additive. Counter damage to all magic damage, but we lose 100 HP. Some good defense, we lose some evasion but gain attack speed. I think defense is worth it. At least I assume so. A road lantern. We probably wanna place that here. Maybe, yeah. Reduce the number of spiders that spawn on this base. Oh. 9% counter instead? Sure. Damage to all, counter and evasion. Sounds good. Oh, higher tier weapon. More damage, but a bit less attack speed. That should be worth more than this 12%. Another cemetery. Oh, what's happening with that black growth? Let's build a cemetery in an otherwise safe area. That's a lot of goblins. That might be a problem. 13 defense, that's exactly the same shield. Okay, goblin leader enrages after an ally dies. The other goblins are not quite as bad. Okay, yeah, that's a lot of incoming damage. I'm glad we have some counter to actually benefit to some degree of the high attack speed. But I really want some road lanterns down on this area to reduce the amount of goblins that can spawn from this. Chrono Crystal. The battlefield doesn't isn't affected by the Chrono Crystals, although the blood path will be. So I hope that's not too bad. There's no reason to not build any rocks there either, so. Another Chrono Crystal. And we made another goblin camp. Uh-oh. Not sure what to do with this Chrono Crystal, honestly. I don't want to increase the spawn rate beyond what we currently have. That sounds a bit too scary. More meadows. We take these. Whew. These are actually somewhat scary now. The enemies do grow stronger each loop. Oh, another treasury. That's probably a terrible idea. We might have to oblivion this battlefield. If too many blood clots spawn there. But the treasure chests are really nice. Has a soul, so they can become ghosts as well. We're evading quite easily here. More Chrono Crystals, okay. Also liquid. I wonder how that matters. Probably doesn't currently, but nice. Let's see. Attack speed, evasion and vampirism. That seems like a good defensive item. A bit more defense, a bit more evasion, damage to all instead of counter. Yes, please. We want another Blackroth? I think so. Well, that probably depends on what this enemy is gonna be. Flesh Golem. Oh, that's some high damage. But very slow attack speed. High HP as well. Good thing we're focusing on it quite a bit there. Ooh, that's a high tier armor. Attack speed, evasion and vampirism. So some good stats as well. I don't think we want to use this ring. It's a lot more defense. We lose some evasion, we gain some attack speed, we lose some magic damage and damage to all. But that's a lot more defense. Do these stack in any way? Finish another treasury. Start working on the next one. Let's get some more mountains up here in the corner. You know what? I'm gonna oblivion this goblin camp. We can't really keep that one under control. And the goblins from that one are gonna be a nuisance. Any Chrono Crystals we want to put down? No, I don't think so. And I also don't feel like adding more spiders to the path either. Let's keep building up our mountains here. To increase our HP. Even though we will eventually spawn more goblins with that. This is gonna be rough. Another goblin fight. Well, seems to be going somewhat okay. Ritual sword, higher damage, additional magic damage and damage to all. Like that. We definitely want to build this road lantern. Where are there too many monsters? These are kind of okay. Maybe around here. Another treasury. Let's keep them up in this area. Can have some more overlap. Right, we turned that ring down already. More meadows and mountains. Always glad to get some more HP regen. That was a significant heal. We now gain 72 HP per day. Spear. Slightly lower damage. High counter chance. I don't think that's really worth it. Oh, another battlefield. These blood clots scare me a bit, but I do want more treasure chests. Maybe here is a good place. This one is the gargoyle, I think. Another goblin camp. That's the downside of putting down all these mountains. That goblin camp is in a bad spot. Maybe I should annihilate it. Use the oblivion on it. Oh. Okay, that's very little HP and the damage is not too high. Good loot also. Or at least potentially good loot. A yellow level 6 ring. Attack speed up quite a bit, defense up, damage to all. We lose a bit of evasion and vampirism, which is probably what is keeping us alive right now, so I don't know how I feel about that. Another road lantern, yes. Okay, I think with the road lantern we can probably let the goblins stay there. Damage to all and defense. Well, a single goblin is fine. More Chrono Crystals, huh? I haven't seen any entangle effect on us yet. Oh. What happened there? Ah, that's the boss who just appeared on the campfire. Uh-oh. I don't really like that. Can we oblivion the boss? So we can't. What are these buildings around? Lich's Palace. It was here that the sorcerer Omicron conducted his futile experiments in an attempt to stop the heat death of the universe. Every palace increases Lich's HP and damage by 5%. Huh. Lots of resources, always nice. We have how many of these? 8. 40% increase the HP and damage. Oh, I feel like we just die there. There's so many resources though. Can we oblivion those? We can. Just, is it worth it? I mean, if we're not gonna fight them anyways. I don't feel like we should fight them right now. I feel like we're way too weak at the moment. But I also wanna find out. But we're so damaged already. And it kind of feels like a really bad idea to go for that right now. Let's just place down these final places, gather some resources, and then... Oh, we can still return. We can still return and keep all resources. That's nice. Even though the boss is there. Sorry for not showing off the boss yet, but I do feel like this is kind of the worst time to fight them. Another success. You've returned and we still remember you. Unbelievable. Yeah, it's good to be back, but I'd hardly call it a success. My old memories of the world are gone. The path is empty again and there's only darkness everywhere I look. Interesting. So technically you remember that there are things you have forgotten? We should find a way to use that. Let's talk about something more positive. We managed to tidy this place up. It's time for the next step. What do you have in mind? Expanding the camp. We have all sorts of craftsmen, from cooks to an alchemist, but they all need a place to work. But we can't use the materials from around here. You turn away for a second from a branch or a stone you've just found, and it's gone. I'm afraid only you can solve this problem. The materials that survived your trip always look suitable for building. But these are just stones and splinters. How can you build something with them? Curious, eh? I noticed it with the fire you've made. The things you obtain somehow infect everything similar with stability. Only in small amounts, but it's still something. Even a small branch is enough to make a wooden wall exist without constant supervision. Huh. That seems useful. Let's see what we can build now. Let's build the gymnasium. Wait, we have some things that require adjacency. Maybe these farm and smelter will require adjacency to the smithy and the herbalist hut as well. And then maybe, well, these do branch out further. But I think it should still be relatively centralized gymnasium next to our campsite, I guess. So that's how it works. Instead of remembering something, you can just learn it again. That's a nice trick. There's no ill intent. Without education, our world would be left to the savages. You too could learn a few things though. We could all get together and share our useful knowledge and skills. Nah, I already know all I need to. Leave learning to the kids. Your first lesson, learn to like learning. That will make life easier for both of us. The tutorial was really short, really basic. Pretty nice. It taught us all that we had to know in a very efficient manner. It was just one expedition, a very short one. It showed the general mechanics. Cemetery. A gloomy but necessary part of every village. Passing through the cemetery on expeditions grants you a piece of information. A piece of information. That's a resource, I would assume. Can resurrect the hero after an upgrade. Alright, we can upgrade these buildings as well, so that's probably what that... Yeah, they're upgrade building. Unlocks the town card. Huh. Increases the camp's fire's healing powder even more. We would need more of these. Orb of expansion. A physical manifestation of expanding space in the form of a little sphere. No idea how we got that. Or where we got that from. What else can we build? We can build the Herbalist Hat. So we start with some potions. We probably should branch that one out a bit further, I guess. Sure. Let's put that here. It's a miracle that we could find some fertile soil and that we were able to save some seeds of precious healing herbs. But the real miracle is that all these healing poultices and balms still have any effect. We've already lost many people because of the cataclysm. It would be nice not to lose more to disease. And these potions can also help you. Take a bottle or two on your trip and your chances of getting back unharmed will be much higher. Nice. Now we start each... We can take up to 3 potions with us. On the expeditions, we refill 2 potions at the camp, and the potions heal 4% of our max HP. Which is not a whole lot, but better than nothing. We could also build a farm. Farmers' crops are always a welcome sight on the dinner table. All empty tiles around the farm are transformed into gardens. After an expedition, it gives you 1 ration for every completed loop, but not more than there are garden tiles around the farm. You can build something over the garden. Unlocks the ability to craft food if the supply depot is built. Unlocks the wheat field card. Sure, let's build a farm as well. Probably want that to be out. Build further out in our camp, so we have more gardens. Have you noticed how strangely this oblivion affects our senses? Hunger, for example. You can stop eating for days, and you still won't be hungry. This of course does not mean that you should stop eating altogether. The farmer promises that he'll be able to grow some stable crops, but it will take some time. It will be interesting to see what he can grow without sunlight. Now we have these gardens around our farm. Apparently we can't upgrade the farm. Not sure what these are. Available supply slots for food. Supply slots. Supply depot. The appraiser will be happy to identify all the strange things you find on the road and pass them on to the people who need them most. Unlocks the supply feature. From now on you will begin to find useful artifacts for your people. Unlocks the ability to craft items if you have the necessary buildings. Unlocks the ruins card. That seems like it would be a really nice next step, but it requires a ton of resources of various kinds. Maybe we should get the smithy first. Let's just start an expedition with basic warrior's gear. Unlocks the ability to craft tools for the camp if the supply depot is built. Maybe, well, we'll see.